Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. So first of all, I want to apologize for not uploading anything recently, but I had some exams and other personal problems, so I couldn't film or upload anything. But now that changed, and to celebrate that, I decided to bring to you a book tag. And I was tagged to do the Netflix book tag by Emilija from Coffechatter. And I will put a link down below to her video because she's freaking awesome and you should watch that video and you should subscribe to her. And thank you, Emilija, you are awesome. And yeah, so now I'm gonna start doing the Netflix book tag. Question number 1. Recently watched. The last book you finished reading. Yeah, for that one, the last book I finished reading is Tokyo Ghoul Days. And this is a light novel, which means it's not a manga. It has written words, but it also has some drawings on the pages. And this works like a companion to the Tokyo Ghoul manga. It's a very famous manga, it's one of my favorites, and it also has an anime adaptation. So if you want to see it but you don't want to buy the manga, see the anime, the first season, not the other seasons because, yeah. And then you can buy the manga, and read this companion. And this one has 6 short stories for some of the characters that appear in the real manga. So if you haven't read Tokyo Ghoul, I don't really recommend that you read this, but as you wish. Question number 2. Top picks. A book or books that have been recommended to you based on books you have previously read. This one was very easy. I was recommended Percy Jackson and the Olympians and Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus, I think, because I like to read fantasy, and yeah, so a friend decided to recommend this to me, and I know that this is not Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I know this is the first one of Heroes of Olympus, but it's the only one I currently have because these copies aren't mine. So yeah, I kind of liked it, but it's not really my thing. It's nice, it's fun, but yeah, I like a little bit, I don't know, I liked Heroes of Olympus a lot, but Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the first 3 books were really hard to read, like for real, but these ones were nice. Question number 3. Recently added. The last book you bought. So for this one, the last book I bought is Written in Red by Anne Bishop. And this is the Portuguese edition, and I think it's truly beautiful. I have to show it to you. It's really amazing. I love Anne Bishop. She's one of my favorite writers, and so yeah, I had to have this one. Question number 4. Popular on Netflix. Books that everyone knows about. Oh, and I have to do one that I've read and another one that I haven't read. So for the one that I have read, I chose A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin, or as many people know it, A Game of Thrones. And I have read all of the books that came out from A Song of Ice and Fire. So yeah, this is the first one in the Portuguese edition. It's also really beautiful. And for the one that I haven't read and that everyone knows about is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. This is City of Bones, and I really love this edition, so I'm trying to get all of them in this edition so I can start reading. That's why I haven't started yet. Question number 5. Comedies. A funny book. So, this is a disclaimer. I don't like funny books. I normally read kind of depressive drama books, something like that. But for this one, I picked a manga. It's called Fairy Tale, and although it has some emotional moments and I cried a lot during the anime and also during the manga, Fairy Tale is like the only book that I own that actually has so many fun parts and that I actually laugh so much while reading that I had to choose Fairy Tale. Question number 6. Dramas. A character who is a drama queen or king. And this one was very easy also. And I chose for this also a manga character. And that character is Ganta Igarashi from Dead Man Wonderland, Why? Because he's always complaining. And yes, by the half point, his character gets more interesting and he stops complaining and he decides to take action of what happens to him. But in the beginning, he's so tiresome. Like, I just want to look at other characters and look at them and read about them, and I want to forget the main character. And that's not really good in a manga or in a book. So yeah, he's really a drama king, like he's born for that. Luckily, by the half point, he gets better, but Jesus. Question number 7. Animated. A book with cartoons on the cover. And since I don't consider manga to be cartoons, I present to you one of the volumes of Adventure Time. And yeah, for those who don't know, Adventure Time is like a cartoon series. So yeah. Question number 8. Watch it again. Book or book series that you want to reread. And for me, that is the Dark Jules Trilogy by Anne Bishop. I'm just trying to show them. Yeah. And so this is the Daughter of Blood, Heir to the Shadows, and Queen of Darkness. And this is by far one of my most favorite trilogies ever. And I already reread it twice. So yeah, I want to do it again because every time that I read it, I discover new things, and I love this character so much that I need to do this. Question number 9. Documentaries. Non-fiction book you'd recommend to everyone. I have to say that I haven't read this book yet, but since it's by my favorite author of ever, I have to recommend it, and that is what I talk about when I talk about Running by Hikingmurakami. And it's a book about him, about his runs, about the things that he thinks about the way he writes, about him, about everything. And I already know it's going to be awesome because I love pretty much everything that he writes. And I recommend everything that he writes to everyone. Well, maybe not everyone, but almost everyone. So I think this is like the only non-fiction book that I ever owned. Maybe? I don't know. So yeah, I recommend it. Question number 10. Action and Adventure, an action-packed book. And for this one, I'm going with a manga. Again, yeah, I know, manga. And this one is Hellsing. And although this is the Spanish edition, like, yeah. I've read it. I love it. I have the entire Hellsing collection. And this is action-packed, like, for real. There's not a single moment when you can breathe. For real, not a single one. So this is a story about a vampire that works as a hunter for creatures that are supposed to be lower vampires, just like sort of zombies. And I will probably do a review of the Hellsing series, and I will explain this better. But yeah, you don't have a moment to breathe, so if you love action-packed stuff, you should definitely read Hellsing because it is freaking amazing. And the images make you want to move and make you want to see everything moving, and it's so freaking great. Question number, 11. Question number 11, new releases. Book that just came out or will be coming out soon that you can't wait to read. And that is the new Hikingmurakami book that comes out on February, and he's my favorite author, like I told you guys, so I can't wait to read another work by him. I'm really so overhyped about this, but it's going to be so great, and I can't wait. Question number 12. Next, tag some people. And for this one, I will tag Emma from Miss Emma Reads a Lot and Richard from Richard Reads. So guys, go and do your Netflix book tag, please. And I hope you like this video. If you like it, please subscribe or click the like button. And I'll see you later. Bye!